So Chris Evans is officially cast in Avengers Doomsday alongside Robert Downey Jr. Now, apparently, this is coming to us from the Wrap. They're not sure who he's going to be playing. Now, obviously, Chris Evans has made his MCU return already as the Human Torch in Deadpool and Wolverine. And I kind of get why they want to get this out there now, because they're going to start shooting next year pretty soon. So they don't, if it's quite a sizable role, they're not going to be able to keep it under wraps. So, alright, Chris Evans is in it. Now there's a few people he could be playing. There's one, Steve Rogers, Captain America, which I think everyone wants to see him as. Human Torch again. I don't think he'll be Human Torch. He's done that now. He's dipped his toes back into that like he wanted. I think he's satisfied. A lot of people are saying the Beyonder. I don't think he'll be the Beyonder. What I do think he will be is, let's take it back again. I think he's going to be Hydra Cap alongside Doctor Doom. I think that just makes the most sense. I do think we are going to get a Steve Rogers Captain America, but that'll be in Avengers Secret Wars. I think the one in Doomsday is going to be Hydra Cap. And we already know, from this press release as well, that Anthony Mackie's going to be in Avengers Doomsday, but we already knew that anyway. I would love to see Mackie's Cap go up against this Hydra Cap, but obviously Chris Evans' version of Cap. I think that'd be pretty awesome to see.
I just want to say here, because I do like that idea, and I think that's like the first one that really does come to mind. But for me personally, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, ooh, okay, that'd be good. That'd be pretty sweet. That is, listen, Doomsday. He's definitely, they want to push that. I think they're going to want to push that. This is not a variant of Iron Man or Tony Stark. This is Doom. This is Doctor Doom in full glory. He's going to have the cape, the mask.
Do you know, before you say anything else, can I just say something? I read something on Reddit today, and Tony Stark isn't, he's like the only one. Stark's a variant of Doom, not Doom being a variant of Stark, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tony Stark's the outlier. Everywhere else, it's Victor Von Doom. In that universe.
Yeah, and I think, for me personally, I think this would be such a surprising and a big twist, because, look, we've got a big twist where it's like, Doom is, he's played by Robert Downey Jr. That is a massive twist in itself.
Yeah.
But then how could you do a twist with the Captain America, with Steve Rogers, Chris Evans? How could you do it there? Why not do the superior Iron Man? That'd be, yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Because you think about it. Just think about it, right? This is just some things that's playing in my head. You view this character, you view Chris Evans, when you look at him in the Avengers film, you're going to think, oh, he's like the good guy, the nice guy that we all know. And we know that Chris Evans is a fantastic actor, and he can really bring down that sort of like not so great side, that portrayal of him. Imagine him being like an evil version of Iron Man, and like you say, when he goes up against then Sam's Captain America, it'd be sort of like a Iron Man versus Cap sort of like kind of thing again. And it would, I don't think they're going to do Tom Cruise as superior Iron Man. I think that's now dead in the water for me. I don't see them doing that, because it's going to be way too much for just something so small. If they were going to do it, they should have done it previously. But in this case, if you're going to bring Chris Evans back and you're going to do something new and fresh and surprise people, I think that's probably the best way they can do it, is make him the superior Iron Man. It will just sort of like, it'll have, because, even in this, they're from different universes or whatever, they probably won't still get along. You know what I mean? They'll be working together, maybe, Doom and Superior Iron Man, but I can't imagine they'd get along well. And it's sort of like how they are as heroes, you know, as Cap and Iron Man. They didn't get along too well, but they worked together. The more I think about this idea, I'm kind of like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Now,
This works.
That'd be surprising, but I feel like that'd be surprising just for the sake of being surprising. I'd love like a very similar shot of Infinity War. You know when he comes out of the shadow after he catches Proxima Midnight Spear when she throws it at him, and he just moves to the side and catches it. I would love a, you know, like in the shadows, Sam's fighting in somewhere, and boom, the shield goes in to like a dark room or something. Don't come back out, and you see someone walking up, silhouette of Chris Evans, Captain America, fitting the shield on, and he's just looking, and he sees him. He's like, Steve, and then he fucking flings it back at him, and it's fucking. I'm just fanboying, and like this is why we aren't writers. This is why we aren't writers, right, guys?
Yeah, but I like your idea, but for me, I just think it wouldn't be a surprise thing, because like I said, I can think of loads of things in my head where it's like, this kind of works, it's almost like mirroring what they have done already, and it's kind of like you've got these heroes and now you're seeing like the villain version of them kind of thing.
Well,
and
maybe
I think
we're going to
it's
see
so
like a
refreshing to do.
evil Avengers, you know. Because just coming into this as well, Benedict Cumberbatch has confirmed that, yeah, he's definitely going to be in it. He's shooting next year. Maybe we see, you know, we've seen many of them at this point, but like another evil Doctor Strange, Hydra Cap, Victor Von Doom, you know. I don't know, I just feel like a Hydra Cap would be pretty cool. And I also think Hydra Cap would have been on the table anyway for Avengers Kang Dynasty. I feel like it is someone who Kang would have got in his ranks.
I mean, as far as I'm looking at it, it just doesn't seem like Hydra Cap. As far as I'm aware, he's just basically Hydra Cap. It seems
it's
like...
It's Cap who went back. Red Skull did something with the Tesseract, went back in time or some bollocks and changed events and then made him Hydra Cap. But I kind of see him having a version of Steve, but maybe Doom's the one who played with time a little bit to make this version of Hydra Cap, which is loyal to him in maybe some sort of way.
No, I get that. I just don't think it for me personally, I don't like. I'm not saying the Captain America character isn't valuable, but it seems like it makes a little bit more sense to have sort of like a superior Iron Man there, because you've got someone who is intelligent and you've got someone who's, you know, is able to fight and is able to sort of do all these amazing things. And it's like, you know, Doom might find him more valuable in that aspect of like, I need someone with intelligence there.
To me, at that point though, it's just getting to the point of just mashing your figures together, and you know, like if I got my hot toy right now and went back there and put a Chris Evans Captain America head sculpt on one of my Iron Men, and we're like, that's what it kind of feels like to me.
Fair enough, but to me, it definitely doesn't. It doesn't feel that way. It's a more of like, it feels very predictable that they do something like that. Like you're saying, like you'd be sat there in the cinema, the silhouette of Cap, and you think it's going to be him, and it's like, you would kind of know that. Whereas, like, you look what they've already done. They've announced RDJ as Doom. No one fucking saw that coming. That was just, like, out of the blue. And this is definitely something that is kind of one of those things where it's like, it's new, it's fresh, and it's like, when you first think of it, it's like, this is stupid, but we thought that about Doom. I'm just saying, I like your idea, but he's a little predictable.
I think Hydra Cap's the most likely, but I think him being the Beyonder is more likely than your idea.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna cast someone for the Beyonder.
And maybe Doomsday.
I think they'll cast someone out.
Doomsday is about Doom getting the Beyonder's power, and maybe the Beyonder ends up in, you know, the mainline Marvel universe, and it's like, all right, I need to make my final stand here. And then our Avengers protect this Beyonder, and he whichever universe he goes to, he uses a friendly face that people like, and everybody loves Captain America, so he just mimics him.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think we both have good ideas. Like I said,
I think I've got good ideas.
Yeah, I think with yours though, I get what you're saying, but I do find it a little too predictable. And it's. I know you're saying I feel like my idea would be for the sake of just being surprising, but I can think of loads of great scenarios where you have Doom and this version of Iron Man, and
But,
you've still got your two main
I'd say for that is,
Chris Evans and RDJ.
I'd say for that, I'm assuming there's going to be a really good narrative reason behind Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Doctor Doom. I'm assuming. What would be the narrative reason behind putting Chris Evans in the superior Iron Man costume just for the sake of going, look, it's Iron Man as Captain America?
Well, no, you wouldn't need to do that because
Captain America as Iron Man.
People wanted superior Iron Man for years, and like I say, I don't think we're gonna see Tom Cruise show up in that role. If anyone's going to show up in that role, it'd be Tom Cruise, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, don't do the predictable thing of make it just a variant of RDJ, RDJ's Tony. Do something where you can sort of introduce Chris Evans back in. And I like your Beyonder idea, I do, and I think the Hydra thing as well is fun. But again, for me, as a fan sitting there in the cinema, I'd just be sat there and be like waiting for him to show up as Hydra Cap. That's just how I kind of view it. And I get what you're saying. You feel like it'd be like for the sake of having a surprise, and I get that. But we said that about Doom.
Now, do you think? Let's say they did go the Hydra Cap route, though. Would you be annoyed about that, or would you, obviously have to wait and see how it's done? Because I feel like the Russo brothers could do it well.
I think they could do it well, but the only issue I have is like Hydra Cap doesn't. It feels like it should be in like a Captain America film rather than it being sort of like a big Avengers film. It doesn't. I don't see Hydra Cap fitting in and making a dent into this Avengers film. If it was a Captain America film, let's say Captain America 5, for example, and for some reason they're still doing multiverse stuff by then I'd be like, fuck yeah, put Hydra Cap in it. Let's do that. I'm not too arsed about seeing Hydra Cap in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars for that matter. I would much rather them flesh that character out more.
And, me going back to it, I was like, I think Hydra Cap's the most likely. When I give my Beyonder idea, I kind of think the Beyonder's more likely now.
Yeah. I mean, we won't know till we see the film. I don't even think we'll know until we actually see the film. I don't think there's going to be anything announced or
we'll probably be seeing a trailer for it like this time next year. It was about this time in 2018 when the first trailer came out for Endgame. Same year before 2017 for Infinity War. Do you remember I said to you, I said, don't fucking watch it, I'm coming up to your house. 2017, got all the way up to Kyle's house. This one really far from me as well, and we were sat there fucking we just watched it over and over again.
Yeah, so I think there is some good ideas there. They might do something. They might not do any of our ideas that we've had, but they might surprise us in another way. But that's where I sort of like see them going different and doing something weird with it. And
do you know what? Maybe we just need to apply Occam's razor to this. Maybe he's just Captain America.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just Captain America. So, sometimes the simplest solution or the simplest answer is the correct answer. Maybe he's just Captain America, which I wouldn't be opposed to either.
What if he's like I think if they do Hydra Cap, they'd have to like make him unbelievably powerful, because I think they do it in a way where it's like he's got the stones and he's the one trusted to go back in time and drop the stones off and make sure everything's corrected, like at the the end of Endgame, but instead he's got these stones now.
Yeah.
He's the most powerful being in the universe. That's an interesting way they can do Hydra Cap.
I know an even more interesting way they could do Hydra Cap. So let's say
Go
Chris
on.
Evans is in this as Cap, just normal Cap, and then out comes Hydra Cap, Anthony Mackie, a variant of Anthony Mackie's Cap. Nobody would be expecting that. Don't me.
I don't know. I feel like that's way too. Like, I don't want to take away Anthony Mackie, Sam Wills. I don't want to take his mantle of Captain America. That'd just, for me, that'd just take it off of him.
No, and I don't think they're gonna.
Too soon.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
I think they do fully intend to have Mackie as Cap for, throughout these Avengers films. Yeah, there's gonna be legacy characters there as well, but also in Hawkeye, Clint is Hawkeye, Kate is Hawkeye. It's just, they just both go by Hawkeye, which is fair enough.
I mean, yeah, we never know. I mean, that they're not afraid to sort of like go back and change things and use multiverse, versions of characters. They did it with Wolverine, and people were fine with it as long as they tread carefully, which they will. I think they'll be absolutely fine.
They've had it in comics as well, where they've both been Cap at the same time, so it's not an issue.
Yeah.
Right, guys, let us know. Do you think it's a good idea to bring Chris Evans back? Obviously, I managed to do a Captain America topic and say I'm not the biggest Captain America fan in the world, which I usually say at the beginning of every Captain America topic, but still, I am. So yeah. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Kyle, do you think it's a good idea?
Depends what they do with it.
Does depend on what they do with it, especially if they do that superior Iron Man thing. Fuck me, I'd be walking straight out.
Yeah, I'd be kind of yawning seeing Hydra Cap show up.
Right, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. We didn't think we'd actually be filming this week because it's been so dry and boring, and I woke up this morning and I was like, all this stuff to talk about.
Mark.
So yeah, right. See you later. Wow, wasn't that a great video? Would you agree, Kyle?
Yes, you should definitely give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed.
We are now late night TV talk show hosts who say subscribe to our channel after video because we are cool.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's kind of what we're doing, aren't we?
Mate, just commit to it.
Oh, no.
But don't commit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right, thanks for watching.
Yeah.